everyone, Adrian from But Why Though, a Geek Community here. Today we have a special treat for all of you critters out there. We had the opportunity to speak with TravisWIllingham, Marisha Ray, Taliesin Jaffe, Liam O'Brien, Sam Riegel, Ashley Johnson, and the great Matthew Mercer. Unfortunately, Laura Bailey was unable to attend, but the rest of the cast was raring to go to talk about The Legend of Vox Machina Season 2, streaming exclusively on Prime Video Friday, January 20th. I hope you enjoy the interview, and is it Friday yet? Hello, Critical Role family. Thank you so much for taking some time to speak with me today and giving our community a chance to hear more about the Legends of Vox Machina Season 2. I'm a big critter, and I have dozens and dozens of questions that I would ask, but I know that we're limited on time, so I'm just going to make my way into some questions, if it's all right with y'all.
Sure, yeah.
My heart is happy. Thank you so much. And I'm going to start with Ashley. Yeah, as a cleric, sometimes it might seem that like all you have to do is heal, but Pike really has some amazing moments in combat, particularly when she's aiding her friends. Can you talk a little bit about what it's like to see Pike kicking so much ass this season and what it's like to bring that to life?
Oh my gosh. I mean, it's the coolest. I mean, I think, from a bigger picture, I think playing this game and playing at the table with your friends and then imagining what these battles feel like or look like inside your head, and then being able to present that to the world in a very, very cool way in an animated series, and being able to see that is a feeling I really don't know how to describe fully, because it's just a really good feeling. And on top of that, the fact that Pike is now able to sort of be with the team a little bit more and is present and fully here, and yeah, it's pretty cool.
Great. Thank you so much, Ashley. Moving on to Travis, over the course of the lead up to the premiere, you've talked a lot about how season 2 dials everything up in terms of the humor, the gore, the character moments, etc. How do you think the series balances so many great epic battles and awe-inspiring moments while still being able to achieve that kind of relatable humor, even in the series' most serious moments?
It's definitely a challenge, especially in a half-hour format. It's something that we have to refine as we move through. We frequently find ourselves, writing the first half of the season and finishing the second half and coming back and changing things in the first. Because really one of the keys to success is that pace. There's kind of a clock in our heads when we're in scenes where comedy is needed or when we're hitting dramatic moments and just trying to send our fans on the most roller coaster turns that we possibly can in an episode. A lot of it has to do with us now moving through different locations through Exandria. So we're excited to take the audience off of the continent of Tal'Dorei and start to explore the world outside of that. So we think we've got some good twists and turns in store for folks.
Yeah, thank you so much. Moving on to Taliesin. Taliesin, fans got a lot of Percy's backstory in season 1. What do you think fans can expect to see from his arc, since he had such a big one in season 1? Has he had enough time to kind of deal with everything in the midst of a dragon invasion?
Oh no, not at all. No, not even a little. I think that at the very least for what's coming up, especially like with everybody else kind of getting a moment to look at what they're doing, it's going to be an awful lot of for Percy trying desperately to prove that he's more than just a guy who gets possessed and almost kills everybody, but actually is helpful. But maybe again, it probably won't go well. is what I'll put out there. You can try too hard. So
glad to hear it. In that same vein of trying too hard and that being relatable, Matt, I'd like to end with you. At New York Comic Con 2022, you spoke about the Legend of Vox Machina bringing forth a lot of relatable trauma, and I'm inclined to agree. What do you think makes this series so relatable for viewers in a world of dragons, ancient gods, and magic?
I think, for one, we all have a love of genre. I love the fantasy genre my entire life. I'm a big fan of swords and sorcery and mythology and fantastical beasts and all these things that like make the genre great. But what makes our home games so wonderful, and what I really enjoy about what we've been doing with the series since, is capture the fact that we're all just a bunch of dumbasses stumbling through this mass, well-known, well-tread genre. And so the relatability comes from the fact that we're not writing characters to try and fit in the world. We've created characters that live in it, but live in it in a way that is kind of the in between the expected, Tolkien-esque tropes of high elves and, honorable people, and the slapdickery that normal people have to deal with and often project every day. Anyone who's played a role-playing game, a tabletop role-playing game, knows that it is sometimes a very unique blend of very serious, dramatic moments and trauma, and also moments of absolute ridiculousness, like absurd ridiculousness. And that's kind of what made our game so fun to play. That's what made our stream grow so big. And those are exactly the important facets that we want to make sure carry through honestly into this series. And it's a big focus for us as we go forward.
Liam, there's some jaw-dropping moments in season 2, just like there were when y'all were sitting around the table during the Chroma Conclave arc. What's it like seeing those carefully planned out moments, some of which you had the ideas for, along with some of those twists and turns brought to life in animation?
Oh, it's mind-blowing. We lived in our mind palace for so long and have had those memories sort of etched into our brain. And, I thought before we started this entire series, like, how could it live up? How could it live up to my imagination? Nothing beats imagination. Maybe that's true, but boy, howdy. Season 2, episode 1, when the dragons come and things start to fall, it was there. It is just awe and dread inspiring, and it really feels like in the first episode of the season, what the hell are these guys going to do? They're just going to eat it.
Yeah, those were my exact words, I'm pretty sure, after that first episode. Sam, I'd like to move on to you. Sam, the musical numbers that Scanlan puts forth in this season are fantastic and mix in a variety of genres. Do you have a favorite style that you got to perform for the series, or is there a genre that you hope to incorporate in the future? And when can we expect that live concert?
Yes, any day now. We will have a live musical performance, possibly at an Ice Capades show, if I get my way. We've gotten to play with a lot of musical genres, from hip hop rap to 80s power ballads, and even a little country and western music in this season. I think of all, my heart is truly an 80s 90s rock sort of vibe, but I really liked doing there's a duet with Ashley Johnson in season 2 that's probably one of the funnest songs that we've ever done on the show, and I hope the fans like it too. Live concert, yes, just please sign the petition. Let's get it going.
Yeah, you heard it first. Sign the petition. Let's get it going. Marisha, I'd like to go with you. At New York Comic Con 2022, when you asked about Keyleth being the strongest member of Vox Machina, you said, you can be the most powerful person in the world, but if you don't believe it, then what good is it going to do? And I think there's no better way to describe Keyleth as a character and her arc. What do you hope that viewers will get out of watching Keyleth take her next steps to becoming what everyone knows she can be in season 2?
Oh, wow. I've always hoped that Keyleth could inspire everybody, especially, young women or young people who might be questioning themselves. Honestly, just to be any type of an inspiration for people to be able to trust their gut and find their voice. I think that's just so important, especially in today's world and today's climate.
Yeah, thank you so much. One kind of like last quick one for the group. One of my favorite things about watching Critical Role, whether it's on stream or in the animation, is the passion you all feel for each other's characters' journeys. Without giving too much away, who is, outside of your own character, obviously, who is your favorite character arc that you see in season 2? And we'll just kind of go down the line. Liam, Sam, Marisha.
Oh.
Stomach
so
pain.
Let me just use up all the time just by stalling.
Please do.
I'm going to say Vex, because she's not here. She's supposed to be here. I love seeing Vex, who was so guarded in season 1, so closed off to the group in a lot of ways, because she's so protective and careful. Seeing her open up and welcome in the rest of Vox Machina, and just we get to see all the colors of the rainbow with her.
Yeah,
I'll actually skip Sam and jump on that because I was also going to say Vex. And instead of changing my answer, I'll just add to that because, I think also knowing that Vex needed the approval of her family and her father specifically so deeply, and really trying to come to terms with if she actually needs that, and finding that comfort and support from members of the group. And also, of course, there was a little bit of like, threatening girl drama with Keyleth moving in on Vax. And so having the ladies come together was, it's super rewarding and super great. Now you can go, Sam.
Thank you.
Sure. I was going to say your character, Marisha. I really liked Keyleth's growth in this season. She still has some place to go in season 3 and forward, but in this season she gets some really cool moments, and I think the episode where there's one episode in particular where she really sort of comes to life and steps into her own, and it's I think it might be my favorite episode of the season. Also, the music's really good in it. But yeah.
Cool. Thank you. Scanlan has my favorite character arc. It makes you feel any better, Sam. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate y'all taking some time today. Y'all are great. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you.